Hello my lovers from Majid Sen channel for reviewing and describing perfumes. I hope you're doing well. So today I'm gonna show you my list for this upcoming winter. So it's gonna be so cold. For that I will show with you some designer and alternative fragrances with high quality. L'Homme Ideal EDP, still one of my favorites, scent for cool seasons. Especially, I love the sherry note. Here you're gonna smell a lot of sherry, almond, nutty scent here. Yes, of course, the scent is sweet, sweet, due to the vanilla. And when it's dry, you're gonna smell more leather and more aromatic notes like basil. So, L'Homme Ideal, it's gonna be, as I said before, my favorite one for L'Homme Ideal line. I also prefer L'Homme Ideal Intense, but this one I think all the line I prefer it. The price here is from 70 to $90 American dollar. Okay, so this is my favorite scent. The second fragrance on this list is a clone for Pegasus by Parfum de Marly. Also, this fragrance contains almond, the same as L'Homme Ideal. If you love almond and nutty scent, also I advise you to try this fragrance. There is the main note here in the top is the vanilla. Yes, it make it feminine little bit. This fragrance can be used by women or men at the same time. When it's dry, there is some floral and fruity notes with lavender who make it more powdery and more feminine. So Perseus by Alhambra, this Middle Eastern brand, give us this fragrance, cheap fragrance, not more than $30 or $30, with good performance. I talk about how it lasts, so it lasts longer time, but the sillage is obvious, that is from 3 to 4 hours maximum. Returning to the previous years, this fragrance was produced in 1989. Trussardi Uomo, this Italian house, give us this masterpiece. Really, I tried this fragrance only on this year. I see how the quality, how the ingredient was on that moment. I love how this classical fragrance was. The price also is very cheap, maximum $40. Really, I love it. Here you're gonna smell a lot of woody notes mixed with some aromatic notes, also fresh, spicy. Leather exists, the floral notes, and the base there is some honey. The balance here is well done, and especially when it's dry totally, you're gonna smell something different. Encre Noire by Lalique, still one of my favorite scents for the cool season. Encre Noire by Lalique contain only 4 ingredients: cypress with cashmere wood, musk, and vetiver. I love to use this fragrance when it's rainy outside and it's too cold at the same time. Here you're gonna smell like a smoky notes with a lot of woods, and it's too dark. I love the scent. Yes, it's classical from 2006 by Nathalie Lorson, the nose behind this fragrance, but till now a lot of flankers like Encre Noire Sport, Encre Noire à l'extrême. I still prefer this first release. L'Envol by Cartier. I have a sample of 10 milliliter. This fragrance is so beautiful, and it's rare when you find a bottle of 100 milliliter by Cartier. L'Envol combine between honey, between iris, and between woods. These three scents or these three ingredients are the main notes in this fragrance. You're gonna smell also a lot of aromatic notes in the dry down, with some earthy notes also. Cartier Novel, yes, it's it's expensive a little bit. It's between 120 till $150. The performance here is not strong. It's from moderate to good, to be honest with you, but the quality it's deserve to be on. If you love Sauvage Elixir, I advise you to try Salvo Elixir. In my channel, there is a lot of lovers of clones, not only designer fragrances, also clones. People ask me about clones, so I'm gonna advise you about the best clones in the market. One of them is Salvo Elixir, who gonna give you about 95% of Sauvage Elixir. The expensive fragrance, you're gonna get this one only about $25 to $30. Salvo Elixir gonna give you the same DNA as Dior Sauvage with some spices and sweet little bit. So I advise you to try this one in the cold days of winter. I prefer both the scent Le Perfume in all the line of Hugo Boss the scent. The main player here is the fruit of Maninka. For those who don't know Maninka, this fruit exists, I think, only in Africa, and this fruit is so attractive, and it's so unique and sexy note. So Hugo Boss the scent Le Perfume gonna give you a powdery vibes, due to the main player here is the iris on the bottom, or in the background. The iris play with leather and the maninka in the opening. So this is a beautiful fragrance. Yes, it's expensive a little bit, about $95 to $100 in the market. The performance here is from medium to good. For lovers of the line of Dior Homme and Dior Homme Intense, and they want something different than Dior Homme, I advise you to try Valentino Uomo. Is less price and cheap than Dior Homme, and gonna give you that vibes of Dior Homme. So Valentino Uomo, I have 200 milliliter bottle. You can find 100 milliliter bottle about the price of I think it's not expensive, $70 to $75 maximum for 100 milliliter. Yes, the scent, you're gonna smell nutty, dark chocolate, some woods. It's obvious that there is woods, and on the dry down, you're gonna smell a lot of leather, lot of coffee, and also sweet notes. Also, I advise you to use this fragrance only in the cold seasons of winter and with black jacket. Returning to alternative fragrances and clones, I prefer till now this fragrance than lot of designer and niche fragrance in my list. I buy this fragrance minor than 13 or minor than $30, sorry, but the scent is so beautiful. When you smell it, you're gonna say this is a niche fragrance. This is not alternative fragrance. By the way, if you know Italian Leather by Mimo Pari House, this is the same fragrance. The main player here is the leather. The leather here is animalic, dark, sweet little bit on the background, but there is some aromatic notes and green notes, also the leaves of tomato. Really, I love how it smells, and I use it only when the season is in the maximum cold, or at the night cold season. I use this fragrance with the black jacket and black outfit. I prefer Azzaro Wanted by Night from all the line of Azzaro Wanted. The way I prefer this fragrance, it's combined between a lot of ingredients. I really love to use some warm spices fragrances on winter. Azzaro Wanted by Night gonna give me that chance of warm spices, especially cinnamon. There is also some fruit notes, woody notes, and the beautiful thing here, when it's dry, you're gonna smell something leathery and something like tobacco. So Azzaro Wanted by Night, the second thing that I advise you to buy it is the performance. It's perform well, and the price not more than $70. Returning to alternative fragrances and returning to clones, amber and leather gonna give you the same smell as ombre leather by Tom Ford. Yes, when we compare the quality, of course, Tom Ford gonna beat amber and leather by Alhambra, but the quality ratio, I think this one win, not more than $25 to $30 maximum. Gonna give you that leathery animalic scent for the cool season, and also it's earthy, patchouli, smoky little bit. Really, I love it, especially if you use it in the night of winter when the weather is too cold. Gentleman Only Intense. Every day and at any time when I use Gentleman Only Intense, I remember CH Man Privé. Really, this is a beautiful fragrance. Also, the main player here is amber with leather on the background, and the smoky notes with woody, orange spices, balsamic, animalic, and also patchouli in the base. All this combination, you're gonna smell it and you're gonna enjoy it in the winter. This fragrance, yes, it's a little bit expensive. I think expensive than all these fragrances. It's from $120 to $150. I advise you, if you have money, get this fragrance. You're gonna enjoy it on winter. So thank you, my lovers. I do this episode to share with you my list for the winter, for this upcoming winter. So if you have any list in your mind, don't hesitate to share with us this list. Thank you. See you in another episode.